What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? A black man pleaded for his life as cops put a knee to his neck and punched him in the face. The man, his cousin, and a third person were passengers in a LYFT that was pulled over in Clayton County, Georgia. They say it was pulled over because a tail light was out. They say sheriff's deputies asked for his license, but he didn't have one. That's when the deputy asked the passengers to show their licenses. They made a reasonable inquiry to the deputy. They said, "Why do we have to show our IDs when we have done nothing wrong?" Clearly, a confrontation took place because the video starts with the man on the ground and two cops on top of him, two white cops. Anybody surprised? Banging on him. It's just swinging on the dude, swinging. At one point, the man says, "I'm gonna die, I can't breathe." And he goes unconscious while a small child stands by and is watching this. A child that is presumably his. Imagine that, fam. This is happening as protests continue to take place all over the country because of the George Floyd incident where the cop put his knee on George's neck and purposely murdered him. And this fool put his knee on that man's neck without any regard to the unrest and the social climate that we're in right now. They just don't give a damn. And as wild as a lot of citizens are in America, it haven't gotten to the point where the citizens just don't give a damn. And I'm telling you, when that happens, it's not an if, when that happens, there won't be enough police officers in America to stop it. Speaking of stopping, they initially got stopped because their Lyft driver had a busted tail light. On top of that, he couldn't produce a license. What the hell is going on at Lyft? What kind of shared ride driver drives around with a busted tail light and no license? They probably should fingerprint that dude. I don't think he is who he say he is. The cop said that dude bit him, and another guy who was watching was like, stop lying, he didn't bite you, stop lying. Trying to set it up. He's like, he bit me. And then afterwards, after they had him down and locked, on lock, he started doing this here like he had been bitten or something. Or there's something else. And then, wouldn't you know it, a black cop shows up on the scene. You think you might get a little relief? Hell no. Black cop, he helping him. Tell the dude, back up or you're going to jail. Couldn't have been me, fam. It just can't be me. Like, I'm telling you, fam, they could not ride on my people and I had that uniform on. I'd get down on them right there on the spot. Like, it ain't gonna happen. They already know. Don't even try to jump in the car with me. You know when I pull up, it's gonna be something different going on. Period. They won't be, they just wouldn't be able to handle my people like that. I don't give a damn. All of this blue lives matter stuff, man, ain't no such thing as a blue life. Some of these dudes, they get brainwashed. They put their uniform on, man, and they really get brainwashed and believe, and they start developing that same old type of mentality, us against them, until they get their asses pulled over without that uniform on, and then they get handled and they're fearing for their lives. How does that work? How do you fear for your life? It's supposed to be us against them. You're supposed to be on the side, on the blue side. The moment you get pulled over without that, or you get caught without that uniform on, you just another nigger. That's the way they look at you. In fact, sometimes you can have the uniform on, and that's the way they view you. I remember a while back, this dude had his uniform on and he went into, like, I think it was a permits department or something like that. He went to some office and he had his gun on his hip. Black dude. And the white guy who was working there, working security, drew down on him. Held him at gunpoint. You can't come in here with a gun on. All I'm asking, fam, if it's not racial, why don't we see these type of incidents with other people, particularly white people? Why? Bottom line, fam, America got a serious problem with white racist cops. They're everywhere. They are America's biggest problem. Them and these homegrown terrorists. Well, shit, really think about it. They're one and the same. Fam, I didn't even want to cover this story, really, because I'm tired of these type of stories. Tired of talking about it. But it's news. It's important that these stories are shared. It's important that they're exposed, because before we started talking about them, they were happening, but we didn't know about them. Now you got the advent of the internet, and now we get to share this information, and we get to expose their dirty deeds. And I know that sometimes it seems hopeless, like there's no end, but I can promise you the needle is moving, because all of those fools don't get reprieve. All of them don't get to move with impunity. There ain't enough of them going down. That's got to get right. We got to get right with that. More of them got to get it. I mean, get it. You understand what I'm saying? No more talk.
What the haters talking about?